Hello everyone, Crydex here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. In our last episode, we were busy trying to upgrade everything to Tier 3. We got a lot of things checked off the list. Actually, all of them. Nice. In terms of the new buildings to higher tiers. So that feels very good. Our acrylic fiber is finally starting to build up. And we've upgraded all of our kind of plastic type things, propane based things, and we even got tier 3 on our what are these called, batteries, because they use carbon fiber, so that will save me some carbon fiber by doing that, and solvent and plastic, all of those use propane, so that'll save us some propane as well. And yeah, hopefully. And I guess I could put a buffer on acrylonitrile. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's put that in a tank, just to have some extra. Okay, so I think that's all good to go. How's ammonia? I guess that doesn't feel like a high priority for upgrading. We are using all of this carbon fiber, so it's probably worth another large beacon or two here. I can't fit one there. But yeah, we need all the carbon fiber we can get. And is this ammonia barreling gonna be an issue? Let's upgrade that. 200. Okay. So at least for now, that's all the carbon fiber we've probably got the ability to make. I don't know if I want to go too much bigger than that. Eutectic salt, I don't feel like it's important to upgrade. Eventually I'll upgrade all these to higher tier chem plants, but that doesn't feel pressing. Aluminum is fine, that doesn't feel pressing. Graphite, recycling, also not pressing. Titanium's doing great. We have built up graphene. Looks like we're good on that. We're gonna have to set up new modules soon, but not at the moment. I guess we could do better capacitors. I use capacitors like nobody's business, so let's upgrade those. And then we also want to upgrade the mono or polycrystalline silicon for sure. Okay, and then copy that. Ah, what am I doing? Not that. Ah, what was this? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Copy that. Okay. Should probably increase the request a little bit on these. Make sure I did that correctly. Like last time where I broke it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's good. Cool, cool. Alright, how's power? 1.7 gigawatts. Woo-wee, that's a lot of gigawatts. We are gonna need more power. Sure thing. Okay, how's this area going? Hey, we finally got, oh wait, no, it's green belts that I was having an issue with. Oh, it looks like potentially sensor 1 boxes are an issue. Yeah, what's going on with that? Sensor 1, that's right here. And that's because of lamps. Why does that not surprise me? lamps. So given how difficult carbon fiber is, I think I might switch lamp recipes. Oh, I can't, right, to make boxed lamps. I'd have to make... Yeah, whatever. I'll just leave it. But it is a carbon fiber issue. It could be a crafting speed issue, but 2.5 feels like enough. You can see that the request isn't as big as it should be for carbon fiber. So... carbon fiber is part of the problem. Let's check on this stuff. How are we doing? Looks like we're using as much as we can. These can consume up to 2.3 carbon fiber boxes, which is about my full production. And then the lamps consume another 0.72. Not that I know exactly how things should be balanced, but my impression is that lamps should use a little bit less carbon fiber. Maybe this makes 5 lamp boxes and it uses 2 aluminum sheets, 2 glass, and 1 carbon fiber, something like that. So the other ratios are pretty similar, but you just get more per carbon fiber. But yeah, I mean, everything else seems to be running. How are large... Oh wait, we already set up priority compressor 3. Oh, no. For some reason I thought I had set it up in 2 places. So underground pipe 4s are the issue there, which the issue with underground pipe 4s is just the underground pipes, which is a carbon composite issue. Because for that we need 0.8 carbon composite, and I have... how much? Well, about 1.3. Not horrible, but not great. Yeah, there's not much I can improve about that, though, without just building a lot more of things all the way up, which we'll do eventually, but for now I think we're okay. It just has to catch up. I have a lot of buffers that are very large, which is part of the problem. But hey, I have a bunch of chem plant 3s, hydro plants, barrel pumps, well 2s are looking pretty good, electrolyzer 3s, distillery 3s, air filter 3s, priority turbine 2s. So we've got a lot. The belts are finally starting to back up, the green belts. So that's great news. I probably don't need 5 stacks of those undergrounds. So we'll reduce that a bit. Large furnace, or medium furnace 3s, large furnace 3s, foundries, flotation cells. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Blue pipes are doing okay. Red pipes are doing fine. Regular pipes are fine. Okay, so what else is on our list? Solar 2. Do I even care about solar panel 2s? I think I need to set them up for other stuff, right? Or do I not? Solar panel 2. Yeah, it goes into a few different things, including satellites, which will be necessary. Okay, so let's set up some solar panel 2s. Solar panel 2 box has stuff that we all have. Nano fabricators. I should leave that space open. That's useful for other things. Maybe over here we'll set up a few. I feel like 5 is plenty. Solar panel 2 box. And then we only want 5 squares. Really 4 squares plus all of their buffers should be plenty. And then we need some epoxy, unbarreling, epoxy, How much? 50 is fine. Oh yeah, 50 is probably too many. And then requesters with 1 click is perfect. And that should do it with productivity. And then we need to unbox solar panel 2s. Solar panel 2 unboxing. We'll do 50 boxes. Up to 100 panels. And are we running? The answer is yes. Oh, they're slow. Wow. All of those together still only make 5 boxes a minute. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a good thing we set up 5 of them, rather than just like 1 of them. Now, what's going on with science? Science is still okay. I could add these back in. I had avoided that because I didn't have enough assemblers, but we have enough assemblers now. Oh, and we need to upgrade the science on these. That's actually very important. Very important. Get more productivity on those bad boys. Ugh. So it's so annoying, you know, once a bot is bringing it from the main network, my bots don't bring it, and then I can't paste the module settings. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we've caught up on research. So we can start doing some more researches. Isotope separation. We can get heavy water from wastewater. We need a lot of wastewater. This is the one we knew about. And heavy water can be separated into deuterium and oxygen and a tiny amount of tritium. And to get nuclear power, we need deuterium and tritium to make a fusion cell. And spent fusion cells and water can be recycled back into some helium. What does that do for me? What does this have to do with helium? Maybe, well, I mean, I know helium's valuable, but maybe we get something later to turn helium back into nuclear somehow. So 7 and 4. So we're going to end up with a lot of extra deuterium, because the tritium is the thing we're not going to have a lot of. And what is this? Air separation. It looks like that gets us more residual gas if we're specifically hunting for residual gas. We can get the next tier of nanofabs, which is pretty great. Still on this nuclear thing. So, nuclear reactors, 50 megawatts of consumption, neighbor bonus of 50%. So let's say we made a little 2x2 cell. Then that would be a 400 megawatt reactor. But it would only consume 200 megawatts, which would be 0.1 of these per second. So 0.1 fusion cells. Let's just investigate. 0.1 fusion cell per second. Please tell me I can use productivity. Yep. So 0.1, ooh, tier 3 is default. So that amount of tritium would require this heavy water. Electrolyzer 3 is now my default. Which requires this recipe in distilleries. Distillery 3 is my default. Wow, that is insane. 9,000 wastewater. is what's required for 400 megawatts. If we get deuterium out, is there something we can do? Oh, there is. There's another cell later. There's a breeder cell. And that does use fusion cell, deuterium, and compressed helium. And that's 500 megajoules. Isn't that bad? What am I missing? How is that good? We go from 2... I'm missing something. Because we go from 2 gigajoules to 500 megajoules. That's a fourth of the power of the fusion cell. So, I mean, that's a way to spend your deuterium, I guess, but you lose power? This doesn't... something's wrong with that. Maybe breeder cells are an ingredient in something else. That's probably what it is. In any case, all that to say, 9,000 yeah, there's fission cells. 9,000 wastewater. So, what's the best way to get wastewater, potentially? It actually looks like this desalination 2 gets you 75 wastewater a second in distilleries. This would only get me 20 a second in hydro plants. This does require steam, however, which is power wasting. What is the crafting speed difference? Distilleries are 4s, hydro plants are 4s, right? Yeah. We also get some wastewater back from all this sludge. Right here. So, if we matrix... No, matrix solving doesn't work. Yeah, you're right. Breeder cells is an ingredient for something else, I think, is what I realized. Okay, so if I use all of this as a ingredient input, then we really only need this much wastewater. My base is making a lot of wastewater, so I mean, if we look at our production... Faustust, welcome on in. Glad to hear you've been enjoying it. This is not space exploration. That I gave up on that one a while ago. Sorry to say, I did not beat it. This is Nullius that we've been playing through, and we've been loving it. So in terms of wastewater, we are making 300,000 a minute. Divide by 10, divide by 6. So 30k, 5. So we are making 5k a second. Wastewater. But I would kind of want to set this up in such a way we just have enough. Yeah, I think this would be the superior method. The goal of Nullius, it's terraforming, basically. We start with a planet that has very different resources, and eventually we work on creating grass and biters and things like that, which is pretty fun. So, I mean, I can just boil steam. Interesting. 19,000 seawater a second. Okay, well, I mean, it's good to have all that. I don't think I want to build that yet, but let's work towards the modules. So we'll get all those researches going. And I'm guessing we are going to need a lot of new materials. Have I unlocked new materials already? Anyway, Faustus, Nullius is about kind of like... I mean, it's like any other Factorio mod to some level. You automate things and research technologies. But the actual story is that you're kind of on the planet hundreds or thousands, millions of years before the Factorio engineer actually arrives. And so there's no coal, there's no trees, there's no biters, there's no grass. So your goal is to kind of use the limestone, bauxite, iron, and sandstone. Those are the only resources, along with air. And there's no oxygen in the air, so you're kind of trying to just create those things out of nothing, is the story. And then eventually be able to send more of yourself to other planets. And that's kind of, I think, the end game. All that to say, we are in the middle of learning how to make all kinds of new stuff in this technology tier. I think we've made everything we have access to, though. Unless I'm missing something. I guess Substation 3s we haven't done. Should put that on the list. Substation 3, Solar 2's done. Yeah, I think we actually have, like, all of this, which is impressive. So, for the first time in a very long time, technology is actually the thing that's holding us back. That's a good feeling. I mean, I'd say we have officially caught up. It only took the last 40 hours or however long it's been. And I mean, there's still a lot of buffers that are not full, but we are caught up in terms of we've automated, I think, everything we really can automate at this stage, with a few small exceptions. My heat pipes are finally doing well. That feels good. Oh, filters. Let's improve these real quick. Bam. Okay, so science over here, just checking on it. Looks like everything's good. I did add a few more. I think that's another thing I did in between episodes. I also need to get rid of some more old unboxed science from the network. Alright. How much more is there? Holy cow. Would have thought we'd have gotten all of it by now. Clearly not. I mean, how many labs do we have? That's 66 labs, and it's still going a little slower than I want it to. Let's do one more chunk. That's 16 more labs. And then I want these buffers to be a little bigger, so we're gonna go 400 of each box. And get some faster inserters here. Faster belts. Okay. So lithium. That's the next thing we're going to produce. Let's take a look at what that requires. Lithium box. So we first have to make lithium chloride. And that is, oh, hella brine. Okay, well that's not too bad. I have no sense of how much we're gonna need. So let's just throw some in Hell mod so we can at least get a sense for the ratios. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want to make, yeah, that. So let's just start with 4 a second. Okay, that might be a little much. That's 5 electrolyzers running full time. 600 hydro plants. Yeah, no thanks. That's... So let's go down to 1 lithium box. Even that might be too much, but we'll at least... We'll play it out. 4,000 brine requires... Okay, so this turns seawater into brine at a ratio of 1 to, or 4 to 1, roughly. This one is a ratio of 4 to 1 as well. However, it works about twice as fast to go with the second recipe, but then it requires 50 steam. And 50 steam is worth, I forget, it's like 6 kilojoules each. So that's 300 kilowatts, roughly. That's totally worth it. Because then this one just goes a lot faster. Wow. This is crazy. Well, there's my 5,000 wastewater for the nuclear build. Holy crap. We also get steam out. So we can actually just use that steam to feed back in. So that's really nice. We get tons of regular water and saline water. Can't you get brine from saline water too? Am I making that up? Oh, this is seawater even. Oh, you don't even have to do the saline water step. I see. Okay. Can we matrix solve this? Looks like we can. So you can use up all the saline water to give back some of the brine. Is that even better? 101 buildings versus 97 buildings. Yeah, that's not even better. 66.3 megawatts versus 67.8. So it's easier to just outfall that saline water than to turn that into brine. Now, this is with no modules, to be fair, but do I want to build this big? Let's imagine... I don't even know. We'll play with the productivities, but let's just assume 4 beacons affecting 1. That's actually correct. Put zeros for those. And speed. Okay, that helps. Oh wait, this one doesn't get any. That's electrolyzers. And then let's compare. What if we put speed modules here? Okay, that's more reasonable. 31.25, 37 megawatts versus productivity. 81 megawatts, 60 buildings. What was this? Only 44 buildings. And then if I did productivity itself... Which one of these do I have? I think just the tier 1. That's 49 buildings. Given that the main building I have is Hydroplant 3's, and it's not all that many distilleries to start out, I think it actually is best to do speed modules here. Speed modules and beacons. Okay, so we need to set this up in a way where pipes can handle it, and then we'll copy paste it. Because pipes can't handle this much flow. So let's go down to 0.2. That's close. I think we can do 0.25 as a single build. And then we can start with 1 or 2 of these, and then we'll copy paste it if we need it. Now, I've already researched another thing I need, which is battery 2s. So let's add that to the list before we forget. And then this isn't actually too bad. And we end up getting a ton of salt out of it, which is kind of an interesting byproduct. And I'm going to remove some of this real quick. Yeah, I'm just going to remove that. And then we're going to use our blueprint. Yay! So we don't have to deal with this being difficult. Throw in a couple extra robot ports, and we got it. Okay, so I only need 2 distilleries. I'm gonna leave some space here. 3, I guess, technically. And set all this up. So the main input is the seawater. Each of these needs its own supply. Technically, each one can handle almost 2,000 seawater. So we're going to need some significant pumping here. I'm trying to think of a good way to do it. Probably something like this. I need a... Oh, I guess I don't even need medium furnaces. I should have large furnaces then. On my hotbar. The new chem plants as well. Actually, maybe something else should be there. I don't know. We'll leave that blank for now. But seawater intake is always hard to find. There it is. So these are 600 each. So if I did 1,200 per, that's only 3,600. So we need triple seawater intakes, which is set up like that per pipe. And then we have a space, and then a space, and I did that wrong. I guess I need one more space. Which is annoying. That's all in the way. I'll just move it on the side. Because then we have one more space, and there we go. Oh, that still doesn't work. Oh, I had too many spaces. Gosh dang it. Stop the presses. There we go. Landfill. Okay. We got there. Alright, and then that gives us 3 sets of 1,800. And we can connect that separately. Trying to think of the best way to do that with these beacons in the way. One of them can just be 1 square higher. But then this one is a little trickier. We're gonna need something like this. 1 more square. And then maybe that one should be there, because that connects perfectly. And then this one... we're gonna have to squiggle to there, which is for you. Okay. So that's to the middle one, and this is to the bottom one. Okay, perfect. Ta-da! Alright, so there's plenty of seawater. These should probably just have efficiency, just use less power that way. So that's a check. Then we need 8 of these buildings. Now, the water output, I'm planning on ditching. These need the brine input, and then I have wastewater that I'll have to deal with. But these should fit. Probably can't fit 2, can I? Because that would be really nice if I could fit 2. But I'd have to spread out these beacons more. And that breaks my my grid. Am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with that. Because if I move these out by 2 units, then that should fix this. And then I can even have a belt running between them to put the output. Okay, we definitely don't want... Actually, we do. We do want the steam connecting up. So that needs to be this one. What do you mean different fluids? Come on now. You've always been steam. You didn't see me connect saline water here. Promise. Okay, so then that's saline water. That's going to be in the way. Right, okay. This is working. That's all good. We'll just kind of do one of these. Steam comes up and around to connect here. Just for consistency, we'll put this upside down as well. Okay, there we go. Saline water should be fine in a single pipe. And then we need some sort of belt situation. And we'll just do something like that. Ta-da! Thanks for the follow, Evan Chase. Welcome on in. Crydania welcomes you with open arms. Alright, so salt boxes. We are going to have so many of those. I have a strong feeling we're going to have issues with how many salt boxes this creates. But then we have lithium right there. Now, the steam is interesting because we have slightly too much of it. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. So we are going to need some sort of overflow here. So what I'd like to do is pump steam out. Like this. We'll do a little pump. So we'll always pump that to be full of steam. And then we need an overflow then right here. On, we'll just say 60. And I think we'll just vent that. That's not very much. I could do a turbine, I guess. Is a turbine even worth it? 6 kilojoules times 100. That's like 1 megawatt. It's not even worth it. Oh wait, do we need lithium chloride for anything else? Literally nothing else. Okay. So that actually just goes into an electrolyzer. And then that is what goes into a provider. And then we also just happen to have some extra chlorine, which will just actively barrel away. Chlorine, provider. I think that's all good. Okay. So is that it? I think that's it. Let's see if this works. We do have to jumpstart it with steam, I just realized. And then the water... Hold on, we got 2 more things to do. The water needs to be outfalled. So... there's actually not enough room here. We're gonna have to go vertical. So, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, because we need 2 outfalls for each of these, because they produce hella water. Just copy that little row. And then the wastewater is interesting because we can... not quite. We're going to have to split that too. So each of these makes about 700. So our active liquid barreling... should work. Actually... scratch that. This is... we'll have some sort of liquid network eventually for this, where we'll do nuclear. I'm not going to want to barrel that much ever, so we'll just start with getting rid of this, but eventually we'll switch it over to the nuclear stuff. Well, before I do that, I should at least check. We should research it. How quickly does this work? Because I could just set this up and start saving up heavy water, and then just get rid of the saline water. And sludge gets combined with saline water, right? It's kind of annoying. You can't combine sludge with saline water, only fresh water or seawater. So we'll have to make even more. But I think I actually want to set that up. What else have I researched? Heat pipe 3, thermal tank 2. Thermal tank 2. Now we've got processor 2s. Soon we will have... no, that's not a new lab. We'll fast track this isotope thing. So how's our research doing? Are we out of... we are out of stuff. What are we out of? We're out of purple. Purple science. Purple, purple, purple. Why are we out of purple? Looks like a shortage on freaking lamps. Alright, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with lamp shortage. Freaking done. So what we're gonna do... we're gonna do something we should have done a long time ago. This stupid boxed lamp recipe is a farce. I hate it. I'm gonna make unboxed lamps with the cheaper... I think this is cheaper. It uses 3 times as much glass. But is that actually a problem? Because graphite is so much easier than carbon fiber. Right? I mean, am I making that up? Because let's walk it back. Single carbon fiber is 3 acrylic fiber. 3 acrylic fiber. 12 acrylonitrile. 12 acrylonitrile is 24 propene. And I'm ignoring the ammonia. 24 propene is roughly 90 compressed carbon monoxide, which is 360 carbon monoxide. 360 carbon monoxide is 540 carbon dioxide. I think that's about right. Now compare that to 3 graphite. 3 graphite is only about 20 compressed methane, which is 25, 28. Yeah, that's done. It's like a fifth of the carbon dioxide. Yeah. So we use more glass, but that's it. And glass, just to kind of remind ourselves, is glass even very expensive? It uses a decent amount of silica, but that's it. And silica is pretty quick to make compared to acrylonitrile. So I think the lamp recipe is not very well balanced. And I'm going to say no to it, and we're just going to make a ton of regular lamps. Can those be made in a large assembler? Actually, should check that. Lamp. Nope, that's not the right word. Lamp 1. No, medium assembler. Okay. So the problem is we are going to want to request boxed. Okay, that can make 20 lamps a second. That's probably fine. So we need to request sheets, graphite, and glass. Iron sheets. And I'll move these over one. Man, it's really frustrating, actually. I feel like that this is the first place where I've had a significant feeling that the balance itself is off. I don't think... I don't know, I just don't really think that that amount is correct. It just feels very wrong. Let's see. This works, I guess. No, that's only 20. The carbon fiber cost just feels far too high. So, I'll probably say something about it. I guess we'll do this. And then that'll be a close. Which actually knocks down the speed quite a bit. I guess I can grab from there. There we go. 22.5. Okay, and then we request graphite, 150, glass, boxed, 150, and iron sheet, boxed, 150. Okay. And then unboxing, iron sheet, glass, and graphite. Okay. That'll do it, I hope. Feed these guys with productivity. Those all get output onto a belt. We'll box that up. Boxing lamp. And then those will go into a provider. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I'll find out on the Discord if other people kind of feel the same way about it, or if it's just me. But that one actually doesn't seem more efficient to me. It saves you some iron and some glass at the cost of carbon fiber, which it just seems far too pricey, at least for the amount you get. Because it doesn't save you graphite, in the sense that graphite is far easier to produce than carbon fiber. So triple the graphite is better than the carbon fiber anyway. So you only lose in the glass and iron. And iron even is easier than aluminum. So in that sense, like, it's not quite 3 times as bad. So really it's just the glass. 3 times the amount of glass for a lot easier on the propene stuff. So yeah, there we go. There's boxing up some lamps. Hopefully that is enough. 17 per second is about 3 point something boxes per second. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to leave the other one running just because I need lamps. But anyway, that was a digression. We are getting closer to our isotope separation research, which is good, because that's what we need for this setup. That way we don't have to waste the wastewater. We can actually start turning it into heavy water. And let's get that ready to go. So wastewater goes into a distillery directly. And then we need to deal with sludge and saline water as outputs. So we can get our distilleries set up. And what was the ratio here? So it goes 3 to 2 saline water, which I will probably just dump. And then sludge, 10 to 1. The sludge joins with seawater to trickle back into more wastewater. So we actually need to prioritize something like this. And then we need a hydro plant to turn sludge. Which one's better? This one's far faster. Sludge treatment. Yeah, and then this. I guess we kind of want something like this. Pump. Just let's get that fresh water going. Now this fresh water is interesting because that could give me the fresh water that this needs before I get rid of it. Does that work for all of them? I do something like that, and then something like this. Do overflow on, honestly, on like 20, because we want the flow to still be very fast. These two alone are going to give me more than enough fresh water, though, so... Wait, fresh water. Crap, this is just water. Never mind. I take back everything I ever said, ever. This can still just be what it was already. Also, this is bothering me. Let's fix that. Okay. We're at 60%. What's going on with my research? Is it still purple? Nope, now it's physics. The holdup there is what? We're missing the laboratories. Why are we missing laboratories? Oh gosh. A lot of these buildings are cranking. Laboratories are missing chem plant. Which one is that even requesting? Probably chem plant 2s. Or 1. Looks like chem plant 2s. So chem plant 2... Can I find it? I think it'd be in this row somewhere. Where are you? Is it in the dark? I can barely see these. Ah, there it is. Chem plant 2s are missing. Chem plant 1s. Chem plant 1s are missing small assemblers. Ooh, another follow. Where is it? Doesn't pop up for a second. Avitus987, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. Where am I making small assemblers? Or am I not? Maybe that's the problem. Looks like that's the problem. Where would that be happening? I don't even remember making medium assembler. Oh, they're all up here. Okay. This one, small assemblers. Oh gosh, are you serious? Is this just Cardax isn't unboxing yellow transport belts, and that's the problem? I bet that's the problem. Yep, that looks to be the problem. Gosh dang it. I swear. The number of times I've had things stall because I'm not unboxing something. It's probably at least 10 by now. Alright. We'll do 100 boxes. We'll do 100 belts. And I believe that will fix that problem. I mean, I think that's literally the third time specifically physics apparatus has stopped because I'm not unboxing something. And there have been plenty of other things that have stopped as well. That's really funny. Well, maybe funny is not the right word, but... Okay, so what I want here is... I kind of want something like this, where a pump is filling the wastewater first. These are topping up, so it'll recycle wastewater usage first. And then the fresh water, now that we have our new wells, I don't think we're going to have an issue with the speed. That's 600 already by itself. So we can handle about 300 sludge, which would be about 3,000 wastewater, which this doesn't make. So I think this is all good. We'll just have to hook up the sludge. And I can throw speed in those just because. Maybe I'll throw a single efficiency in here. And in these. No reason not to. And these each have 3 outputs. I don't know which one goes to which yet. But we'll at least get those ready to go. Okay, and that steam is recycled. Okay, that's all set up. I just need to prime it with steam, I believe. And then the brine is all going up. The wastewater is getting turned into heavy water, and the water is just getting outfalled. And then finally, the heavy water production... We're going to be putting the heavy water in a tank. The sludge gets recycled, and the saline needs to be outfalled. And there's a lot of saline. And so then we'll wait a minute to find out which one the saline comes out of. Heavy water can be barreled, which is good. So I think for now, I'll put it in a large tank. Which I have tank 3s now. So, large tank 3. Quest a few of those. Oh no! No! I have 0 of them. It's not good. So don't get rid of all of these quite yet. Pump. So what has happened to my large tank supply? Those are right here. They just don't have... Okay, they are being created. It looks like they're just, I guess, getting used up. What do they go into? Large tank 3. It's either compressors or hydro plants. And I thought we had already finished out hydro plants. Oh, it looks like it's just filling up the rest of it. And then compressors. Yeah, those are still going. Okay, so that's the problem. Compressors. But I'll probably get one here in a second. Yep, there it is. Ooh, 500k storage. Yes, please. Alright, so I can, I think, get rid of these again. I need these very infrequently. Alright, 68%. Let's get the steam going. What's the easiest way to make some steam? I have some boilers, so if I can find them. I'll just real quick. Let's see. Probably the easiest way to start it is like this. Oh crap. With a well. And then that. And then just kind of dump the wastewater a couple times. Yeah, and then that will probably just self-sustain at this point. So we can delete that. And now these guys are waiting for that research. So, sweet. Okay, and then I'll stick with this single build for now. And once we start running out of lithium later, then we can copy it. Because the amount of wastewater is pretty significant, so I don't just want to make 1,000 of these if I don't need that much lithium. And then, let's see. This is getting to be a little bit of a long episode, but I would like to look into battery 2s as well. Battery 2 box. So, graphene. Oh, look, there's the lithium. Capacitors and batteries. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, battery 2s are expensive, and they go into what? Efficiency 3s. Grid battery 2s require 6 battery 2s. Robot frame 3s. Okay. Well, that gets expensive. So we are going to need a decent amount of lithium. So I will copy this build at least once. Don't want those to be copied, though. So let's see. I guess I want to copy everything from here up is applicable. Starting... I guess we'll start here. And these all have to be shifted. This stuff is in... Oh gosh. Storage. You just go right on over here. Out of my way. And you... Yes, I'm aware I can't move logistic spots, but they keep flying over my cursor. Alright. Okay, that should be clear now of interference. This needs to be powered. Okay, back to this. That is too close, so we'll go here. Oh crap, there was water in the way. How did that mess me up? There we go. Okay. And then I need to put in the water fill. For the outfalls. Okay, the research is done. Here we go. Heavy water. Ta-da! Okay, so sludge needs to go this way. Okay, now sludge is connected, and then together these make 2,000 saline water. So 4 outfalls are needed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should do it. Okay, there we go. The wastewater is working. Brine. Crap. It distributed brine too evenly. Oh wait, no, we're good. The saline water, I never outfalled that. How much saline water do these make? Okay, not a ton. So we can just have one more here. And just something like that. There we go. Okay. So we do need more steam. Crap. Thought we were done with that. Boiler. Birdie boiler. I literally cannot find it. I know it's blue, but there's a lot of blue things. Okay, now that's running. That'll give me 2k steam back. That one's running. Okay, so now this steam loop should be good, I hope. Sweet! Oh, and then we need this. There we go. Heavy water has begun. Okay. And everything else seems to be working. Good news, good news. The steam loop just has to kind of carry on. And then let's fill that in. Now I need the same treatment here. I think that's right. Let's find out. No. No, that's not right. It's like that. Let's try that. Seawater intake. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. And then cover that back up. Okay, seawater intakes are good, and then we need chunks of 3 here. And then we also needed 4 up here. One, 2, 3, 4. We need to shift that up by 1. Okay, and then there was one more we needed right here. It goes up and left. All right. I want to say that works. What would be awesome is to just connect this steam real quick to get these jump started. Now, why does he have no water? Clearly we didn't copy something, right? That one's connected, this one is connected, and this one is connected. Yep, those outfalls are still missing, Dave. You are super correct about that one. There we go. That's better. Okay, and then these... Okay, we actually do still need that to be an overflow. So I'll give that a couple minutes, but we are going to need to... I guess we could save ourselves the trouble by doing something like this. And then let's just make sure this is all set up correctly. Looks like it. Sweet, okay, and we'll make both of these fill up at half because they're so slow. And then we want heavy water coming down. And sludge turns a corner. All right. Sweet. It's possible productivity would be a good call. Productivity, efficiency, and speed. Or do I even need speed? I mean, what's the actual maximum? 2,000 wastewater is the max there. That sludge turns back into 1,200 though. Right? It's 4 to 1. Yeah, it's like 3 to 3-ish. So yeah, maybe we do still need a speed in there, I think. Something like that's just about right. But that'll get us some free heavy water, so that seems like a good idea. So we can start building that up over time. Okay. So these are running... Looks like we didn't connect the saline water. There we go. $500 a second. These make 378. Okay, so that can handle it. I just need to connect it. So that means the same mistake is up here. Alright, and then these make 1,000 steam. So eventually we'll start netting extra steam, but we're still a little ways away from that, looks like. Alrighty tidy. This is all good stuff. So now we have lithium boxes. That was a little trickier than I anticipated, but that's because we also ended up getting heavy water rolling, which is good for future nuclear stuff, which I'm excited about, because power is always a problem, and nuclear could be some of the solutions to our power. What are they called? Cells? So, yeah, because the fusion cells we kind of get directly from the heavy water. And then the breeder cells use lithium anyway, and so I'm curious if the breeder cells use enough lithium to create enough tritium. Tritium is 40 heavy water. Probably not. Because 40 heavy water would be 30,000 wastewater. So 1 tritium is 30,000 wastewater. So 4 tritium is 120,000 wastewater. So 1 breeder cell being a fusion cell, that's 120,000 wastewater. I don't think 2 lithium requires that much wastewater, but... And then the breeder cells become antimatter traps. Or if you burn the breeder cell, maybe that's... So where do fission cells come from? Oh, that's just a uranium thing. Spent breeder cells can be recycled into lithium, tritium. Oh, tritium. That's the expensive part. Okay, so I get it. So breeder cells are interesting. Because what about spent fusion cells? Those can only go back into helium. So maybe that's why breeder cells are good. 3 of them, which would cost 12 tritium. Aha, I see it now. So 12 tritium goes in, and it's potential that productivity can be used on some of these, but I doubt it. And then 16 tritium comes out. So the breeder cells are called that because they do breed tritium. You actually gain tritium from that process. And you spend extra deuterium, but deuterium's the one you get more of when you split heavy water. You get plenty of deuterium. So I assume you use some combination of... Yeah, we're not going to get that till space science, though. But you use some combination of breeder cells and regular cells. I think the nuclear fuel... I think these all count as nuclear fuel, so... It's not like Bob's Angel's nuclear, where you have to have different kinds of reactors for the different types of cells. These should be running. I guess that's still getting started on Steam. Wait. Why are these not all running? What's going on here? Well, those are running, so I should probably cut this line. Maybe this is... Let's see if any steam shows up in here when these finish crafting. Yeah, it is wasting a little bit. We should maybe have a little bit of pipe first before the overflow. So that way this pump can like suck all the steam out of the pipe before it starts to overflow. Because we don't get a ton of extra steam, we just eventually will have too much. But yeah, okay, lithium's building up. Beautiful. Our heavy water is building up, which is great. Yeah, it only increases by 16%. We go 50 steam to 60 brine, and then we go 60 brine to 60 steam. So it maybe should have a boiler for a little while. We'll add that back in. We'll start out with some extra steam here. And I'll come back up here in a minute and delete that. I actually think I need this down here again, right? These aren't all running yet? Yeah, they're not all running. Still need some help. Okay, so we'll give that a second. There we go. So now all 8 of these are running. They're filling up with brine. 31,000, 32,000. We'll wait until it says 40,000. Oh, it looks like our steam is actually full. Okay, well that's as full as it gets, I guess. These are all at... Those are all at 4,000. Okay, sweet. So I can delete this now. Yep, brine is backed up. Perfect. And we are getting rid of steam when we need to. Alright, I assume this one's same story. Backed up. All 8 of these are running. Yep, they've all got 4K. Okay, perfect. Alright, we did it. We did it, team. I think we're going to call it a YouTube video there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about nuclear in the comments. We are working our way towards nuclear power. Soon we're going to have enough heavy water to actually make some cells. And I'll see you all next time.